Chester was quite happy chewing a carrot on the mat. Then he decided that he wanted a potato. So he got me 1 potato, 2 potato book off the bookshelf and started chewing it, which is the story of Chase Vodka and Chris from William Chase. So thanks for that, Chester.
How cool is this as well? That Claire from Cotton Eye Sew made for James for Christmas. It's like a zippy bag thing. My ear needs cutting, doesn't it? Might get Charlotte to do it later. What are we doing? Are we watching Shaun the Sheep?
Yeah. That's Timmy.
Right, as you know, I like me ultralight wellies. I think the Leon Boot Company make them. But I've got some of these for trial from the British Rubber Company with Trelleborg patterns underneath. I'm going to put them on today and we're going to go and look at some corn. See how it's going. See how the wellies go. First things first, move the 7-7-10 out. We're going to get the buggy out. We're going to go do some crop walking in aid of the buggy. Someone was saying, what do we do when we're not organising tractor runs? Because I think they're new to the channel after coming across from Tom Pemberton or an arable farm. So we're going to go look at some arable crops. So, and I'm going to test out these new wellies while we're doing it. I think that tyre's a little soft on the back there compared to the other one. I better go and put some air in it. Right, so this one's on 20, so I'll go and set the other side the same, and then we know it's not going to pull funny on the road, or the diff's not going to overwork itself on the back. I bet you this side's only got about 7 or 8 in it. Let's just see. Take the valve cap off, plug it on. Have a look. There you go, 5.9, it's only 6 psi. You can run them really low, but if you're going on the road, they better be hard. So that's 10 now. I'll take it up to 20, the same as the other one. And then it won't wear, hopefully. A little bit more, 17 that one really. 19.4, tiny bit more, 19.9, there we go, 20. Now we play the game of hunt the valve cap, blending in nicely there. Always disappear when you put them down. Now this is the field I was a little disappointed with the emergence, but you can see it now all in rows. We did put a few slug pellets on it, but it's just probably not got the plant numbers we'd like. Some early fertiliser though should sort that out. It's a little bit breezy, so I hope you can hear me, but if you look behind, it looks better looking into the sun than it does looking away from it. It's very wet here. I think we've got a drainage issue. I'm gonna have to fill that in, I think that hollow, and put a new drain in. But look, this is the tread pattern from the wellies. But see how that it goes that way, the tread pattern, and the heel goes the opposite way. But if you look, in fact I'll have to go to the buggy and show you, take me welly off and show you. Like you can see there really well how the different tread patterns go in the different directions. But the front is self-cleaning, the back isn't unless you moonwalk. Right, I don't know if you can see, but if you look, the bottom's clean, but the heel, it's gathering on it. And that's because of the way the boot grips in the floor, it self-cleans, but the heel, it's pulling the soil to the middle. Now if you walk backwards, I think that'd clean, so maybe like we try moonwalking. There we go, that seemed to work. This field here we put slug pellets on as well. It's a bit hard to see because it never got rolled, but it's actually come on quite well. That's winter wheat as well, you see. Quick sunflower update. As you can see, some of them are completely shredded by the birds. They've eaten the hearts and also eaten the bit that holds the heart together, all the seeds. Probably when it was snowy they had a good old chomp on it, but yeah, not a lot of that left, is there really now? These ones here, not really any seeds left in them either, completely gone to be honest. Maybe a few small ones at the bottom. probably, if it dries up, roll it, drill it with wheat. I don't think I'm going to bother growing sunflowers again from maize. The timing's just wrong for... Bit of an echo, let me open that window. The timing of them ripening, we're just too busy in the summer. We might see if we can grow some for oil, but they will be in a different place because this field's getting dirty now for growing sunflowers because they've had it on it for the last 3 or 4 years. So we'll probably try it on a different field and we'll see if we can get a license to grow some of the varieties they use in Europe, where we can use a little bit more chemistry on what's called a clear field variety, a bit like the OSR we grow, and then we'll try commercially grow it for seed and oil. This was a field of OSR, direct drilled into a wheat stubble, and it had a cover crop of clover and a few other things mixed in it. I think it was fenugreek and vetch. Well, I don't know, it's a frost, but something has killed. It's hard to tell what it was now. I think this was probably the clover. Completely killed all that off, and the OSR's underneath. The volunteer wheat is just curling up a little bit. You can see better on that one. That might even be a wild oat. So that means that the curb spray we put on is now starting to work. So hopefully all that'll live now will be this OSR. This sort of brown stuff also, though, it looks dead and it looks a mess, but you won't see that in the spring. But hopefully that's keeping the pigeons off it because they won't like to sort of wade through that to eat the OSR. So yeah, it looks an absolute mess, but trust me, in the spring it'll look totally different because it is all there. But the other week, that was all green and bushy, wasn't it? Well, that's like completely killed off. But that could have been the -7, -9 that we had, as well as the spray we put on it just before it. But the main thing is there's no pigeons on here, which is good because it means they're not grazing it. So in the spring, hopefully I'll have a chance of getting going. This is a field of winter barley now. Over there was where the summer barley was, that stubble. That's just obviously stubble now, that'll be spring beans. Bit of a patch here where I've started the sprayer up. Must have built the pressure up and put too much pre-em on in one corner. You can see where the nozzles go forwards and backwards, and it's kind of killed this bit here. Rest of the field though looks amazing. Hopefully it'll be off early and then we can drill it again with a second crop of barley. And I'm going to speak to some of the seed breeders and see, in fact, if any are watching, what variety they'd suggest that we can get in straight away and see if we can beat the yield that we got off that one this time, where we had 2 crops of barley in 1 year. So watch this space. Sun's really low, it's dead hard to film today. This is what happens if Rob misses a row of straw with the baler. Just end up with this black line where it knots away. Don't forget, that's on eBay, link below, and on that QR code as well. You can go and check out the other goodies on there that we're raising money for the tractor run. Anyway, I'm just looking for a marker pen to do the birthday bumper. Also as well, we've got a box of calendars left. So if you've not seen the calendars, it's time to order one. Full of all the great pictures of last year. Diggers, tractors, combines, the classic Massey, the flood picture, probably the most watched video of last year. Loads and loads and loads of tractor related pictures, so don't forget, check it out on the website. One of the cables snapped on that the other night, so Rob had to take the inflatable Father Christmas off for the drive home, so that is why it's now just got a pole at the front with nothing on it. Anyway, we're going to do the birthday bumper on the buggy today because I've got it out and it's easier. So at £21,153 raised the Ramblers, absolutely amazing. But today's birthday is John Lloyd, Cillian T, not sure how you pronounce it, it's 28. Shane Thornton is 34, Graham Jones is 59, Chloe Rice is 9, James Erskine's birthday I think was yesterday, Jack Waring is 11, and Frank Kelsall is 36. Happy birthday, everyone on there. Don't forget, if you want to be on the birthday bumper, scan that QR code or click the link below. Pretty much every video I have done for the last sort of 7 or 8 months, and that's the best way to do it. Time to put the 7.7 back in the shed. This must be the fastest starting John Deere made. Watch this. Ready? Half a turn of the engine and it fires up. Absolutely amazing. As you know, over the years, I've had my run-ins with Network Rail, mainly due to the level crossing. I had an email off them the other day saying that you might not be able to cross that easily in the future because of the strikes. Basically, when you ring the phone on the level crossing, there's going to be no one there to answer. But some trains could still be coming down the line because not everyone is on strike. I presume it's the private companies that use the rail. Anyway, I saw this in Canada. So in Canada, that's what they're doing with their trains at Christmas. But what are we doing here? They're striking. They're wrecking people's Christmas so they can't move around because they want more money. Now, if you want more money, where's it going to come from? Surely by striking and not selling train tickets means that there's not enough money to give you a pay rise. I just don't get it at all. Maybe when you go to work, be more efficient, earn more money, be on time, sell more train tickets, then you can get more money for your wages. But I think at the moment the average train driver is on 50-odd thousand a year and the average NHS nurse is on about 34. So it's hard to get sympathy for anyone at Network Rail that's striking. Sorry if anyone from Network Rail is watching, but in my world, if you want to get paid more money, you work harder and you earn more. You don't strike and ruin the business. Mental. Don't get it. Anyway, that's my little rant about Network Rail. But isn't that pretty cool what they do in Canada? I'm just going to wait for the comments of the barrage of abuse. So if anyone agrees with me, please counteract it if you can. Anyway, someone again as well said the other day that what does answer as a percent mean? It means how are you feeling today? Let me know as a percentage. So today I am feeling 95% because I've had a day off. It was a good day yesterday, it was Christmas Day. I've gone round, looked at some crops, quite happy with everything. There's a few scruffy ones, don't care because over the acreage everything looks pretty well. So 95% today. How are you? Let me know in the comments. That is all for today and I will see you all tomorrow. Actually, it's not the end. These wellies. So I've had them on most of the afternoon and I must say there's absolutely nothing to choose between them. If anything, they've got slightly more grip than the other ones I wear, the ultralight ones that I wear. They are comfy and they are sturdy and I do feel that they support my feet better. I do like the other ones because they are absolutely ridiculously light on my feet, but it is horses for courses. There is nothing to choose between them. So if anyone wants some of them, go on the British Rubber website and check them out. I haven't been paid to say this. I was just sent a pair and they wanted an honest opinion of what I thought of them. And that is what I think of them. Good wellies, really are. But horses for courses. Anyway, that's the Trelleborg wellies with the tread pattern. It looks pretty cool on the field. So that is about it for today, isn't it? Yeah. You say yeah? No? Yeah, no.